Oscar Wilde was quite a promiscuous young eye surgeon. He had a reputation for leaving a family behind in every village he visited. He sired 3 children before he was married.
What can I say?
I mean, he was kind of a sleazeball, really. He forced the 3 children, Henry, Mary, and Emily, into his brother's care.
Excuse me. In my defense, I financially supported them all still.
In fact, William was quite an annoying man.
Will you shut up? I then married Jane Francesca Elgie, but my past still followed me around.
I love this part. A woman by the name of Mary Travers claimed to have been seduced by William while she was chloroformed.
I, as a powerful in the family, then wrote, "Darling Jane," a strongly worded letter.
Mary then sued me. Mary then sued me for libel, a trial that would ruin my career. It was quite a scandal in Dublin at the time.
Kind of like the way your son Oscar's career was ruined by a libel suit about his sex life 30 years later. Oh, but we haven't gotten to that yet.
Our first son, together, is named Willie. Our second son, Oscar O'Flaherty something. His name was quite long because my husband's a very fancy man. Is, of course, the reason we're all here.
What? I thought we were here to gaze at my beauty.
The daughter my mother wanted, Isola Emily Francesca, was born on April 2nd, 1857, 3 years after I was born. However, 10 years later, she died from sudden fever.
I'm afraid Oscar was profoundly affected by the loss of his sister. He was only just 13. As a result, he carried a lock of her hair sealed in a decorated envelope for the rest of his life. Willie and Oscar attended the Porterer Royal School at Enniskillen, where Oscar excelled at studying the classics, taking top prizes his last 2 years, and also earning a second prize in drawing. In 1871, Oscar was awarded the Royal School Scholarship and to attend Trinity College in Dublin. Again, he did particularly well in his classics courses, placing first in his examinations in 1872 and earning the highest honor the college could bestow on an undergraduate, a foundation scholarship. In 1874, Oscar crowned his successes at Trinity with 2 final achievements. He won the college's Berkeley Gold Medal for Greek and was awarded a demiship scholarship to Magdalen College in Oxford.
Woohoo! Yeah!
Unfortunately, my husband died on April 19, 1876, leaving the family financially strapped. So, his son, Henry,
And my half-brother
financially supported us until he died on 1877.
Meanwhile, I continued to do well at Oxford.
He was awarded the Newdigate Prize for his poem, Ravenna.
After graduation, I moved to London to live with my friend Frank Miles. He was a popular high society portrait painter.
On May 19, 1884, Oscar married Constance, an intelligent and independent woman. She was 4 years younger than Oscar and the daughter of a prominent barrister who died when she was 16. She bore him 2 sons, Cyril in 1885 and Vivian in 1886. It is said that Wilde told a friend he was disgusted by his wife's appearance after giving birth twice.
My first recorded same-sex relationship I had was with Robbie Ross. However, that was quite uneventful. Then I met Lord Alfred Douglas, the second son of the Marquis of Queensberry. Hi, Bosie.
Hi, Wilde. I was actually the second gorgeous homosexual son of the Marquis. We met when I was an undergraduate at Oxford. and became lovers and considered dating. We went to discos.
No. Discos weren't popular at your time.
All right, then we went on long walks in the park and discovered each other's humanity. We were inseparable for 4 amazing years.
I also introduced Oscar to the world of rent boys, or hired prostitutes. We had such great fun.
So you can tell that Wilde has been going around with other men while still being married.
I'm just too good for one woman or one man.
That sassiness was actually what killed you, Oscar.
What? So much for spoiler alert.
His last homosexual lover, Lord Alfred Douglas.
My dear attractive Bosie.
Oscar, stop it. Douglas's father, Marquis of Queensberry, found out about their relationship and sent a very strongly worded letter to Wilde. Amidst his anger, Oscar sued the Marquis for libel. However, the court, after a number of evidence was sent in to prove Oscar's homosexuality, ruled in favor of the Marquis. Wilde was convicted to 2 years of hard labor. That labor destroyed Oscar.
I am just not a physically fit man.
You do realize, Oscar, that you could have listened to your friends and left the country during the trial. But no! You were too proud to back down.
Well, Bosie stabbed me in the back. In fact, he provided evidence against me at my trial.
That sucks for you, Oscar.
Geez, thanks for the support, narrator. Everyone's a critic.
You're welcome. Upon Wilde's release from prison, he wrote The Ballad of Reading Gaol. This epic poem was a response to the horrors of his prison experience. He briefly reunited with Bosie, but spent most of his last 3 years wandering Europe. Unfortunately, he never found his creative spirit again. On November 30th, 1900, Oscar died of meningitis.
Even this wallpaper goes or I do.
Oscar, wake up, Oscar. We still have to talk about your plays.
What? Oh, right. On with my plays.
Wilde wrote a collection of 8 plays. Well, 6 and 2 halves more like. Wilde left 2 pieces, La Sainte Courtisane and A Florentine Tragedy, unfinished. They were later published by some other random guy who is not worth mentioning. Wilde's first play was rather unsuccessful and contained many different styles as he experimented with playwriting. This first play, written in 1880, was called Vera, or The Nihilists, and was about Russia under the tyranny of the Tsar. It was a melodrama in 4 acts plus a prologue.
To strangle whatever nature is in me, neither to love nor be loved, neither to pity nor be pitied, neither to marry nor be given in marriage, till the end is come.
This was the Nihilist Creed.
I know, I wrote it.
Talking to the audience.
Oh, right.
Anyways, Wilde's second play, The Duchess of Padua, was written in 1883 for Mary Anderson.
I cannot write this scenario until I see you and talk to you. All good plays are a combination of the dream of a poet and the practical knowledge of an actor, which gives concentration to the action. I want you to rank with the greatest actresses of the earth, having in you a faith, which is as flawless as it is fervent. I do not doubt for a moment that I can and will create for you a play which shall give you the glory of a Rachel and may yield me the fame of a Hugo.
Wilde's first well-known comedy was written in 1893. Any guesses as to what that was?
Oh, I know! Pick me, I know!
Yes, Oscar?
Lady Windermere's fan!
And do you want to tell them about it, or shall I?
No, go right ahead.
Thank you. As I was saying, the story concerns Lady Windermere, who thinks that her husband may be having an affair. She confronts him, hoping he will realize his mistake, but instead he flaunts the affair, so Lady Windermere leaves her husband for another lover. What?
Life is far too important a thing to ever talk seriously about it.
This isn't a philosophy lecture.
That's a line to my play.
Right, I knew that.
Aren't you supposed to know everything about my life?
You know what? I should just leave you to narrate your own life story.
No, wait. I'll behave, really, I will.
You sure?
Yes, promise.
Okay. Wilde's next play, written in 1893, was entitled A Woman of No Importance, which is a comedy in 4 acts. This is a woman-heavy play that once again satirizes high society.
Every woman is a rebel and usually in wild revolt against herself.
Another play, An Ideal Husband, was published in 1895. The play was also a social comedy, but while mocking the higher class, the play also contemplated the idea that nobody is truly good. His most controversial play, however, must have been Salome. This story was taken from the Bible, as the play details the sick sexual tension between Herod's daughter Salome and Johann, otherwise known as John the Baptist. The play was published in French because Britain banned the incredibly sexual play. Believe me, you don't want to watch the play uncensored. Salome actually makes out with John the Baptist's severed head. The play may have also been inspired by Wilde's own sexual desires and passions. Wilde published his most successful play, The Importance of Being Earnest, in 1895. The play was extremely well received as a social satire, and it defied characterizations by critics. The play had been compared to Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, as Wilde certainly obtained some inspiration from there. However, The Importance of Being Earnest was truly unique. We, in fact, have a couple of students here to perform The Importance of Being Earnest.